Right, should be there now. Huh? Yes? Yes, darling? There's no noise, no sound at the moment. There's no volume at the moment, I haven't started. But I need you to turn that off because I can hear it. I can hear it in the background. Oh, right. So everyone can hear me.
Yeah, 5 people already on chat.
Right. And good evening. It's the second Mayor's Charity Quiz, but this time, of course, a very special Christmas edition, and we're all looking forward to 50 devilishly difficult questions about Christmas trivia that we can enjoy. But we've got a treat for you first. Our venerable Mayor, Councillor Alan Robins, gave us the benefit of his singing ability earlier in the week, and we're going to get the quiz off to a great start with the Mayor of Brighton and Hove.
Hello, I'm Alan Robins. I'm the Mayor of Brighton Hove from Portslade, and I'm going to sing "O Come Ye Faithful." So if you want to turn the volume down, now's probably a good time to do it. O come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Merry
And a good evening. So you've done the difficult beat, read all the information about the various charities, and we're going to get on with the quiz now. If the music is too loud, just let me know and I'll turn it down. Question 1 of the 50 Christmas trivia questions. How do you say Merry Christmas in Hawaiian? Any Hawaiians in tonight? Is that what you call them? Hawaiians? Thank you, Nikki. I agree, it's a nice jumper. Been waiting all year to wear this, and the hat. But I may change the hat as the evening goes on. Hi to everybody, thank you for taking part. I think I saw Robert Batson earlier on in the chain. Okay, question 2. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? All the questions tonight are Christmas trivia. Took me literally minutes to put them together. Hi to Sarah Perryman, Brighton Fringe, and Mina and Elaine she's saying hi to. Mina is the Mayor's boss, I think you would put it. Secretary doesn't quite cover it. And Elaine, who does all the hard work, putting minutes together. Welcome to all 4 other charities here tonight. Together and Co, Brighton Fringe. Question 3. What would you be drinking if you had, I really wish I hadn't put this question in, if you had Glühwein? Just turning the sound down a little bit. Need to be able to hear the questions. Hope you like the festive room that I put together. Got Santa, we've got some strange bear wearing a hat. I'm sure a cat will turn up in a moment. Jamie Haas from Brighton Fringe wants you to know he's here, Roy. He's got dressed up too. Well, I'm not sure we can reverse the screen. We'll take your word for that. Question 4. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer started off as a marketing gimmick for what store? Thanks, Callum. Yes, Callum is related to me. It means he's a very smart man indeed. So you're gonna have to get your act together tonight. But he hasn't seen the questions in advance. So, Jamie Hart, what are you wearing? Let's hear from you. Robert Batson. Jamie and Georgia from Brighton Fringe would love a shout out, Roy. I think you just got one. Question 5. Who tries to stop Christmas from coming by stealing all things of Christmas from the Who's? Who tries to stop Christmas from coming by stealing all things of Christmas from the Who's? Hi to Nikki. Suzanne's there as well somewhere. And I said I want good quality banter this evening. Last time it turned into a bun fight, but I won, so I don't mind. Question 6. What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? Hope you all got your decorations, got your Christmas ready. Bit difficult shopping this year though, wasn't it? Thanks, Nikki. Now is Jason from the Sussex Heart Foundation around? The man who buys his tickets in the last half hour before starting. If you're here and not making yourself known, do put your name and comment in the chat stream. Question 7. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carolt, what was Mr. Scrooge's first name? You don't need to be a literary genius, I think, to get this one. It's one of the very few easy ones tonight. Thank you for one or two people who submitted questions. Mina put one forward that is so difficult that I've held it back as a tiebreaker. Okay, question 8. As the clock chimes midnight to ring in the new year, a Spanish tradition involves eating 12 of what? One for each chime. It's not Spanish bulls, by the way. That would be rather painful for everybody concerned. So as the clock chimes midnight to ring in the new year, we're getting into new year probably a bit prematurely, a Spanish tradition involves eating 12 of what? One for each chime. I can feel the brains whirring, I can hear them in the distance. Some of them need oiling, I think. Question 9. What's the most popular kind of tree to use for a Christmas tree? And don't say Christmas tree. That would be far too obvious. Took me ages to decorate this screen, by the way. I've got all the little elves into the room together to do it. Any children in tonight? Ah, yes. Nick is year 7. Learned that today at school, kids do come in handy. Ah, right. Nigel, I'm here with my small group. How small? Are they all 3 foot tall? Elves, in other words. Right, question 10. In the song Frosty the Snowman, what made Frosty come to life? I'm discovering all sorts of things about Christmas that I didn't know this year. I'm going to be an expert by the time of this. Nicky's got a handful, I'm assuming a handful of children with you. That's good to hear. Hi, kids! We'll give Jamie and Georgia another shout from Brighton Fringe, just because I can. Question 11. According to legend, what holiday goodies were shaped to resemble a shepherd's staff as a way to remind children of the shepherds who visited baby Jesus? That's a bit complicated, that question. What holiday goodies, that means Christmas by the way, were shaped to resemble a shepherd's staff as a way to remind children of the shepherds who visited baby Jesus? Hi to Sophie Bella. Thank you for joining in, Sophie. Lovely to have you with us. I'm not Santa Claus, by the way. I haven't got the beard. Question 12. How many ghosts are there in A Christmas Carolt? By the way, the quiz tonight is separated into 2 halves, 25 questions in each. There'll be a short interval of 5 minutes in the middle for you to catch your breath, get another glass of sherry, and maybe crack open a mince pie or 2. But don't overdo it. The second half is probably more difficult than the first. And if you think this is difficult, wait till you get to the second part. Jason, you're here. Thank goodness for that. Jason Palmer, chair of the Sussex Heart Foundation, no less. And Nigel, good friends in Italy with us too. Wow. We're going global. It's good to hear. 13. Which president had his own special recipe for eggnog? Nigel, you get a mention. In fact, you're getting a mention every 30 seconds at the moment. Richard Lintop, thank you for joining. One of our esteemed Mayor's Charities. Leo House, has joined us. Hi Roy, just worked out how you do this. Where you apply fingers to the keyboard. Marguerite Statter, I'm Jason's teammate. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you'll get into the top 50 anyway. Number 14, Miracle on 34th Street centres, sorry about the American spelling, on what real-life department store? There's a slight American flavour to this. But we're celebrating Trump's defeat. Sorry if we've got any Trump supporters in tonight. You've lost anyway. The quiz, I mean. Margarita, Jason's teammate. Well, lovely to have you with us. That's a great name, by the way. Nigel, you're getting another mention. In fact, you'll get a mention every 10 seconds from now on. 15. What sparks roughly 100 accidental fires each holiday or Christmas season? That's a great one, that. I like that question. Jason's just worked out how to do it as well. I'm not sure what you mean by working out how to do it. I hope it's getting the cork out of the bottle or something like that. Hi Felicity, good to have you with us. Felicity's one of the Off the Fence stars. Where's your kitty with an FC hat on? Well, here's a bear. Okay, 16. In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman? There's a cracker. Oh, the bear's made of tin, by the way, which is slightly embarrassing. It's just a very silly hat. There we go. I expect the cat will make an appearance in a minute. 16. In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman? Carrot nose is not the right answer. Well, don't get technical, Richard. We don't need to know you couldn't find the chat button when the screen was full. Next year we'll have a rehearsal. I think we'll have to teach people how to do stuff. Okay, 17. What Christmas beverage is also known as milk punch? Jason, just a quiz on YouTube. I'm very old. No, you're not. Anybody younger than me is not old. Nikki, is the comedy you're providing free of charge, or do we need to pay extra? No, you probably need to pay less. I do apologise. I'm doing my best. Felicity, Coolio. That's a rap singer, isn't it? 18. Who helped Rudolph after he left the North Pole? I didn't know he had left it. I suppose he has by now. He's having to get all those presents across the world, so he has left the North Pole. I don't think he's left permanently, though. If he's made of tin, would he be Bear Grylls? That's very good, Richard. Thank you. At least we've got some quality banter at long last. So thank you. The Tin Bear, Bear Grylls. I love it. There he is. He likes it as well. And we have got Santa here as well. Great Santa, this. 18. Oh, sorry. We're still on 18. Who helped Rudolph after he left the North Pole? And 19. What country has the tradition of filling children's clogs with candy and treats on December the 5th? It's a bizarre question. So, what unpleasant people fill children's clogs with candy on December the 5th? That's quite shocking. Children, close your ears at this point. Jacqueline Quinn, we're having difficulties getting into this. Carmen Apish and Amanda Grimshaw are trying to get in. You just click on the link that I supplied and you're in. There's nothing too difficult. My wife is bombing the face bombing. So can I just see what I'm doing? What figure from English folklore came to be associated with Santa Claus? What figure from English folklore came to be associated with Santa Claus? So Jason's on his phone and iPad liaising with his teammate in our house. This is highly technical, Jason. Well done. To answer these questions, Margarita has drawn the short straw tonight. That's all right. Nothing wrong with a short straw, as long as it's a short sherry to go with it. Right, which alcohol? Second question about eggnog tonight. I'm not obsessed with it, but what alcohol is used to spike eggnog? Any children listening? Spike is just adding something pleasant to make your drink even nicer. I hope. Let me know when Carmen is and Amanda are in. Jacqueline. There's not much I can do in the middle of a quiz, but just send the email I sent to you and tell them to click on the link. That's about as technical as I get tonight. Right, 22. How long does it take for a tree to reach average, ideal Christmas tree height? How long does it take for a tree to reach average, ideal Christmas tree height? I've got no idea what ideal Christmas tree height is. Taller than me, but most of them are. Trevor Stewart says, think of a new career in comedy, mate. Excellent. Well, Trevor, I need an agent, so send me your details. Margarita, a short gin is better. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Do I like eggnog, Roy? Nicky's asking. Well, I'm not sure I do. I think I may need. I don't think I've ever had it. Which is an embarrassing admission to make, I know, at Christmas. Right, who played George Bailey? This is question 23. Who played George Bailey in the Christmas classic It's a Wonderful Life? Jason, am I meant to write the answers down as we go? Is that the idea? Unless you've got a very good memory, Jason, yes. And can I rely on you if you are using your memory? This is Jason's first ever quiz, obviously. Jason, get a pen, get a sheet of paper. I'm not going to reprise all the questions, by the way, because we'll be here all night. Felicity says, hey Trevor. No, we need him off the fence, so that's very kind. I think we're going backwards now. Oh, that's 24, that's all right. Looked like 21 for a minute. What do people traditionally put on top of a Christmas tree? I was going to say something and then thought better of it. Jason says long gin followed by a longer one. I'm not sure what the O's for. Richard Linton said George Bailey played cricket for Australia and also Sussex. Well, yes, but he also had a second career as a film star, obviously. 25, the first half is virtually over. What traditional Christmas decoration is actually a parasitic plant? That's a rather unpleasant question. I have no idea how that managed to creep in there. What traditional Christmas decoration is actually a parasitic plant? Anybody under 12 doesn't know what parasitic means. When you ask your parents for pocket money, you are in fact being parasitic. There we go. Now, Jason says me. Alright, okay. Bit cryptic there, Jason. Margarita says I'm writing them down. Oh, that's good. You've rescued the team there, Margarita. Right, we've got a 5-minute intermission. I'm going to have a little drink of Coke, obviously. And you need to go through your questions. If you do need any questions repeated, I'm not going to repeat the lot, but I've got them all written down here so I can actually go back and help, providing I put my glasses on. There we go. Oh, it's all coming into focus now. So if anybody needs a repeat of any questions, let me know on the chat stream now. Callum's saying, feeling very guilty for the years of pocket money now. You're still getting pocket money, aren't you, Cal? No, he's married, 29 with a baby now, so I'm being very unfair. Jason says, don't panic, I have paper and pen. I think you're in a minority there, Jason. Should be eggnog, Roy. What did I say? Nog egg or something. Oh, Jason's me on top of the tree. Okay, it all makes sense now. You're not that small. Cal says, I wish, haha. But you work in advertising, so it's the same thing, really. Right, nobody needs any questions repeated. This is impressive. I remember last time we did it, in October, I had to read all the questions out again, or a lot of them. So this, obviously you've got a quality group of people taking part this time. Well done. Or you just don't care. It's one of the two. So, actually I haven't heard anything from Alan Robins, the mayor, apart from the carol at the beginning. And it was funny at the meeting we had during the week. People asked which carol Alan Robins sang, and I said I don't know. I couldn't actually make it out. But I think it was God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, which is a highly appropriate carol for a night when we're having a few sherries. Richard says, well, we don't know any of the answers. Knowing you, Richard, you probably do. I think you did pretty well last time. So, 25 questions. The first half is over. And if nobody needs any further questions, I'm very impressed by that. By the way, I've got some tiebreakers at the end. And if anybody from the Mayor's office is actually present tonight, I need a huge, signed, almost life-size picture of the Mayor for the winner to put in their office or their home, or even on top of the Christmas tree, possibly. Jason says, perhaps you'd like to read 1 to 24 again. No, I wouldn't. Bad enough reading them the first time. If anybody needs particular questions, I'm happy to do that. This is Coke, by the way. I'd probably do with some brandy in it. Then the quiz could last for hours. In fact, it would probably last longer than some of the children watching have been alive, which is not a good thing. But on the other hand, we've got some grown-up children, so it's great to have you along. But you can drink, so that's the advantage of being a big kid. So make sure you've got all your answers written down, and we're nearly ready to go. And in fact, we went on for about an hour and a half last time, nearly 2 hours. We won't tonight. I've been chastised by various people in my office who said I'm enjoying the limelight. The one thing I do need to do is to change the hat. Otherwise, what's the point in having 2 hats? Oh! My grotto is collapsing. Not often you hear that, is it? My grotto is collapsing. I never thought I'd say that. I hope everybody here has been Santa, all the men anyway. Can you have female Santas? I'm not sure. Oh, this is a very silly hat. I'm going to have to stretch it. Richard says, I hope not. Liverpool are on the radio at 8. Don't have Amazon Prime on principle. Okay, well, let's crack on. It'll look even more ridiculous in the second half. Question 26. In the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves? Felicity, whoops, haha, I think you're referring to my collapsing grotto. When you get to my age, a collapsing grotto is not good. Robert Batson, kiss, kiss, kiss. Well, I hope that wasn't addressed at me, Robert. but you know, I like you too. That's fine. Okay, in the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves? Music seems to be getting more strident. Must be because we're in the second half now. Question 27. Who invented electric Christmas lights? It wasn't Wilco. Loud. I think we'll just turn it down a smudge. Stop now. There we go. Back to the relaxing music again. This is my elf look, by the way. Not many people see this, fortunately. Only my very close friends. Jason, you should visit the doctor. A collapsed grotto sounds serious. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Have we got any doctors in the house? You can be a academic doctor, I don't mind. 28. What does Santa say at the end of a visit from St. Nicholas's book? The Book of St. Nicholas? St. Nicholas book. I've never read St. Nicholas's book. I wonder if he's got a book deal. I like that, Jason. You should visit the doctor. Collapsed grotto sounds serious. That's going to become a new catchphrase. Like, my happy place. The insects turn up in a minute. I get showered with them. That's all part of the... I look in Rudolph, Richard. That's excellent. You're winning the banter contest at the moment. Not sure about the quiz. 29. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? I'm not going to sing it to make it easy, but you'll feel free to sing it amongst yourselves. I like it. You look in Rudolph. That's very good. I'm at the reindeer gag here. Alright, question 30. What well-known Christmas carol became the first song ever broadcast from space in 1965? You're impressed that these quizzes are educational. And given that our kids are not getting a lot of education at the moment, this is hopefully compensating for it. They'll be able to enter Mastermind as experts on Christmas. What well-known Christmas carol became the first song ever broadcast from space in 1965? How many people on the team here were born in 1965? Okay. Richard? Yeah. 31. Which real-life person is Santa Claus based on? This is probably a bit of a shock. Which real-life person is Santa Claus based on? Well, obviously it's Santa Claus. This is for the children listening. What a silly question. Gifts. I have to go back to your previous comment, I think. Gifts. Or gifts. It's cryptic, Jason. Might need to explain that one. Which real-life person is Santa Claus based on? Other than Santa Claus, or Father Christmas, of course. Question 32. What Christmas decoration was originally made from strands of silver? This is all new material, isn't it? I bet most of you don't know anything about this. I told you the second half was slightly harder than the first. But this quiz will be available on YouTube as a video at the end of the evening, so you can use it as part of your Christmas entertainment and family get-togethers, albeit only one or two families together at a time, just to make sure that I'm not breaking government rules. And let's face it, there won't be anything else to do over Christmas. We can't go to the pub, we can't go out for a meal. All we can do is entertain each other in our families. And that normally lasts for about 10 minutes, particularly if the Christmas dinner isn't very good. 33. 3 of Santa's reindeer's names begin with the letter D. What are those names? So, any reindeer experts in the house tonight? Anybody own a reindeer, by the way? If so, could you bring them along next year so I don't have to put up with these terrible props behind me? 34. What's the name of the main villain in The Nightmare Before Christmas? Again, any children watching? There is no Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a figment of my imagination. It's only wonderful dreams before Christmas. That somebody, some miserable so-and-so, made a film called The Nightmare Before Christmas. Who's the main villain in it? It's quite a funny film, actually. Hope you're enjoying the music tonight and managed to string together every well-known Christmas song known to man and took all the words out, which is quite an achievement. 35. Which famous choreographer went uncredited on White Christmas? Does a chocolate reindeer count? Suzanne? Yes, I think so. You have to bring it along, allow me to eat it, although I wouldn't want to eat a real reindeer, so I think you're ahead on that one. Which famous choreographer went uncredited on White Christmas? It's actually quite easy, that one. I hope it is when I look at the answers. Jason says, I ate a reindeer the other day. Some of your answers tonight, Jason, are a little bit worrying, I have to say. Oh, a chocolate reindeer. That's all right. 36. The red and white costume of Santa. Costume? You mean his real clothes? Were allegedly first introduced by which drink manufacturer? This is where the whole mystique of Christmas disappears instantly. The red and white costume, the red and white outfit, the special wardrobe of Santa was allegedly first introduced by which drink manufacturer? What drink manufacturers will do to get themselves mentioned on a YouTube quiz? It's absolutely outrageous. And whoever it was, I'm never going to drink their drink again. Cheers. Question 37. What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving? It's a strange festival in America that we don't celebrate over here. But nevertheless, pretend you're American on this one. And we're celebrating Thanksgiving, end of Trump, Christmas coming up, so it's quite nice to be American at the moment. Richard Lintott says, I have eaten reindeer, yummy. This quiz is getting a little bit dark, I think. We need to lighten it up a bit. Let's get off the subject of eating reindeer and get back to Thanksgiving. Okay, question 38. According to the folklore of Austria and other countries, what horned figure punishes naughty children at Christmas time? Again, apologies for the slightly dark nature of this. I don't know who put this together. An Austrian, presumably. You can't rely on Austrians coming up with nice, happy Christmas quizzes. Any Austrians, I'm not taking it back. I might be racially prejudiced, but Austrians, you need to loosen up. Lighten up, for heaven's sake. 39. What is the most recorded Christmas song of all time? Not necessarily the same as the best selling, which we had in the first half. Okay, Nikki, Christmas in South Africa is singing jingle bells in the outdoor pool at 7:30 in the morning. Well, I'm off immediately. I shall be catching the plane tomorrow. But, Nikki, I think as part of the fundraising team and off the fence, we're all going to have to swim in the sea in the next year or so, along with Lawton and Dawson, who are our estate agents. That's completely irrelevant to anything. But they did dip in the sea for charity about a week ago. Question 40. What Christmas-themed ballet premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1892? It's actually much easier than it sounds. I expect some of you have been to see this. Not in St. Petersburg, probably. Being married to a Russian, I expect my wife has, but she's probably listening to this upstairs in a padded room. Ah, you're on your own there. Oh, thanks, Nikki. That means I'm swimming alone. That's next year, by the way. We'll have to get sponsorship for that. Suzanne, you could do that in the UK, Nikki. All right. Laying down the gauntlet. Robert Batts and Roy, will you be wearing a wetsuit in your ocean? Ocean? It's got bigger all of a sudden. 41. What 3 words best describe the Grinch? A wetsuit, that's a really good thought. If you've got a spare one, Robert, I'll borrow it from you. Felicity says only if it moves to the summer. Right. Felicity's not joining me in the icy swim. In fact, the swim in the sea last week, which I didn't take part in, was in glorious weather. The sun came out and it was quite warm. Very strange. But we did ask for some sunshine. We generally get what we want in our charity. By the way, we should say that Together & Co. and Leo House and Sussex Heart Foundation and Brighton Fringe, we've been working together really well this year, formed really good relationships, and it's been a lot of fun. 42. Which direction should you stir mincemeat for good luck? This is a ridiculous question. I don't know who came up with this. Which direction should you stir mincemeat for good luck? Of course, we don't believe in luck, but, you know, there's a tradition to stirring mincemeat, apparently, and we should stick to it. Who stirs mincemeat anymore, anyway? Anybody do that? Let me know if you do. 43. In order to get enough frames to make the entire Nightmare Before Christmas film, how many frames were needed? Wow. Were you counting as you watched? In order to get enough frames to make the entire Nightmare Before Christmas film, how many frames were needed? And just imagine you in the cinema, not watching the film, but very carefully counting the frames, so you could take part in this Christmas quiz. What some people will do to win. Alan, the Mayor of Brighton. Alan, you always have terrible trouble joining. It's becoming your catchphrase. You didn't have terrible trouble joining the Labour Party, did you? Question 43. In order to get enough frames to make the entire Nightmare Before Christmas film, how many frames were needed? Jason, the Sussex Heart Charity, I do beg your pardon. I'm doing this from memory. When you get to my age, that's a very risky business. It's not a foundation. Tar. Okay. Always someone, isn't there? There's always someone on the quiz. Pernickety. Nitpicking. Sussex Heart Charity. There you go. I've said it again. 44. Home Alone 2 features a cameo from what president? Which president? Jason does a lot of stirring. Not mincemeat though. Well, that's going up to number 3 in the banter top 10 tonight. I like that one. Good job you redeemed yourself. So Home Alone 2, I expect you've all seen that. But a president makes a cameo appearance. Who on earth was that? Do you think they'd earn enough money being president, really? Maybe his agent got him into it. Okay, question 45. We've got to have an Elvis Presley question. We always have an Elvis. In fact, we had about 200 last time. Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a Christmas of what colour? Now, Alan, you'll worship the mayor. Now, this is a question for you. I'm going to be very disappointed if you don't get this one right. I know it's not probably the colour that you like, but it's all part of being in it together. It's because I'm old and don't understand all this modern stuff. Well, that's why the Elvis question's in there. Just for you, that one. Alan's catchphrase, I'm having a spot of bother. Now, who said that? 46. Which popular Christmas plant is known to be an aphrodisiac? I do apologise for this question creeping in. No idea where this came from. I think it was our CEO. Slip this one into the in drive of my computer. Which popular Christmas plant is allegedly supposed to be an aphrodisiac? For children listening, that means something to make you happy, and possibly other people as well. Richard says, I haven't seen any of the films you've mentioned tonight. Well, you should get out more. 47. Gold, frankincense and myrrh. What is myrrh? Now, I've got to thank Jason for this question. So, Jason, you're going to get one right tonight. So, if you get less than one, you're in serious trouble. So, donated by my good friend Jason Palmer from the Sussex Heart Foundation. Put this question, except the question you put was about 2 paragraphs long. It doesn't fit my little green box, so it had to be shortened somewhat. Gold, frankincense and myrrh. What is myrrh? You actually gave me a definition of what it is, so if you don't get this one right. 48. What is the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time? Now, Richard, if you haven't seen this, I'm very worried about you. I know you play golf a lot, but, that's no excuse. You should take your iPad out with you and watch films while you play golf. Won't make any difference to the score. I mean, you've got a caddy, you've got those one of those little trolleys that drive you around. I mean, you might as well have an iPad as well. 49, penultimate question. Nice big word, penultimate. I want you to get something right tonight. What does penultimate mean? 49, when gold was dropped down the chimney of the home of 3 poor sisters, it created what Christian tradition? When gold was dropped down the chimney of the home of 3 poor sisters, it created what Christmas tradition? Oh, Sussex Heart Charity, sorry. I'm just winding Jason up now. The foundation sounds better, doesn't it? You can move on up. Get promotion to the Foundation League. Question 50. Where was baby Jesus born? The whole point of Christmas, really, isn't it? The clue is in the name, Christmas. So where was baby Jesus born? Don't say the Sussex County, that would be sacrilegious. Where was baby Jesus born? I like short questions like that, it's really good. When you get to my age, a short question is necessary. You don't know if you're going to get to the end of it. Any more criticisms out there from Jason or anyone else? Right, now we'll just pause. There we go. So, let's give you a couple of minutes to review your answers, ring your associates and collaborators if you haven't got all the answers. Margarita. I think it was Margarita, or was that the drink? I can't remember. Nigel, we're loving it. Well, you would. You work in my charity, so it's not my charity, by the way, but the charity I work for. So thank you. That means a drink at Christmas, I think. Jason says East Grinstead. That is sacrilegious, actually. East Grinstead. Nobody of any merit was born in East Grinstead, surely. All right, I know I've asked for it. There's going to be at least 2 people born in East Grinstead here tonight, and I do apologise. But, you know, compared to Brighton, it's a miserable place, isn't it? Well, don't go yet. We're saying, you know, great job. Thank you, Roy. Are you disappearing without getting the answers? That's terrible. That's an admission of defeat. Hove, actually, Nigel. Well done. Brighton and Hove, actually. Occasionally. Right. Now, are we ready? Is anybody not ready for the answers? We've got 4 minutes to go before 8 o'clock. Then we're on overtime. And that's very expensive. Is anybody on overtime here tonight? I expect my lot will be. They'll get the expenses claims in the morning. Jason says, I think I'm a minute behind everyone else. Is that in life generally or just the quiz? I like that. Right, I'm going to take the hat off now because it's too hot. Oh, that's better. It's like wearing a mask. In fact, I should have been wearing a mask, really. Shall I wear a mask? You know, because I know you're all socially distancing and so on. Lightning red, Roy. Yes, thank you. I've got the mask. Question more. No, that doesn't work. Okay. Are we ready? Question 1 in part 1. How do you say Merry Christmas in Hawaiian? I've been dreading this. Meli Kalikamata. Now, I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. There was a song, actually, by a female jazz artist. I can't remember who it was. Anybody who can, stick it on the chat stream, and I'll award you an honorary extra mark. Meli Kalikamata. I heard it the other day. I can't remember where I heard it. Number 2. Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? Now, how many put Norway or Sweden? Nigel, expenses, what's that? It's a very good question. Can you sing it for us? No. Thank you, Nikki. You're the singer. Richard Lintott, Katie Melua. Some of these answers are coming in the wrong order, I think. So, where was Katie Melua born is not the question I was looking for. Katie Tunstall. Right, okay. Okay, which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? Germany. Germans always get there first, don't they? Football. 3. What would you be drinking if you had Glühwein? Or something like that. Glühwein. Right, don't correct my pronunciation, unless you're German. Any Germans in tonight? No, that's all right. Mulled wine is the answer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer started off as a marketing gimmick for what store? This is one of the several awful demystifying questions that have come out tonight. I hope all the children are in bed now. Yes? No? All right. So, the marketing gimmick question. Montgomery Ward. Obviously an American company we don't care about. Number 5. Who tries to stop Christmas from coming by stealing all things of Christmas from the Who's? The Grinch. So we had 2 Grinch questions. So I hope you watched that film, Richard. Katie Tunstall sang the song. Well, I don't think so, but maybe they did. It was a very ancient, jazzy sort of song from the 50s, I think. Okay. 6. What is the best-selling Christmas song ever? A really easy one. And Nikki says, kids in bed. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. I can come off the leash now then. So, glasses on. brandy in the Coke. Okay, White Christmas, of course, by Bing Crosby. In Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carolt, what was Mr. Scrooge's first name? Another really easy one. Oh, dear me. That means everybody's going to at least 5 tonight. Ebenezer. Or for any foreigners in, Ebenezer. 8. As the clock chimes midnight to ring in the new year, a Spanish tradition involves eating 12 of what? One for each chime. Grapes. Gary. Callum, explain yourself. Gary. Oh, I see. Yes, Gary Scrooge. Ebenezer was the answer. Oh yes, grapes. We're on to grapes now, which is getting more Christmassy. What is the most popular kind of tree to use for a Christmas tree? Now, if you put fir, I'll give you half a mark. If you put Nordman with 2 N's, fir, I'll disqualify you because you're too intelligent. Nordman fir is the correct and absolutely comprehensive answer. Scrooge's nickname is Gary, okay, and Dave Scrooge. I thought somebody would put in the Chancellor's name there actually, but nobody did. Missed opportunity. Okay, where are we? Oh yes. 10. In the song Frosty the Snowman, what made Frosty come to life? It's a very strange question. It was an old silk hat. Yeah, don't ask. 11. According to legend, what holiday goodies was shaped to resemble a shepherd's staff as a way to remind children of the shepherds who visited baby Jesus? That's a question to see how many times you can say shepherd in one sentence. And the answer is 11, candy canes. Candy canes. There is a slight American feel to this, and I do apologise for it. We'll come up with authentically British questions next time. But of course, Britain won't exist anymore. It'll just be 4 random countries joined together by landlock. Okay, 12. That was a political joke, by the way. Do apologise. How many ghosts are there in A Christmas Carol? How many ghosts are there in A Christmas Carol? The answer is 4. 13. Which president had his own special recipe for eggnog? And the answer is not Donald Trump. How many people put Donald Trump? Shame on you. Donald never drinks, ever. George Washington was the answer there. First, I think it was first president, wasn't he? 14. Miracle on 34th Street centres on what real-life department store? It's quite easy, that one. Macy's in New York. Robert Bates and peppermint crucifixes never caught on. Yes, well, you can understand why. Okay, 15. What sparks roughly 100 accidental fires each holiday season, each Christmas season? Dried out Christmas trees. That's pretty obvious, that one, wasn't it? As opposed to cigarettes. Probably a combination of cigarettes and dried out Christmas trees. Or, as Nikki's husband, Jean, would be able to do, rubbing 2 flints together to make fire. That's another common reason, particularly in the Severage's back garden. 16. In the song Winter Wonderland, what do we call the snowman? Well, believe it or not, it was Parson Brown. Something to do with a carrot nose, I think. But I could be wrong. 17. What Christmas beverage is also known as milk punch? And it's the famous drink, the drink that we're promoting above every other drink tonight, eggnog. I want you all to have an eggnog on me after this quiz. You'll probably need it. Spruce made needle tea is very good for you. Well, I'll take your word for that. Eggnog, I think, is better. 18. Who helped Rudolph after he left the North Pole? Was Rudolph an explorer or something? You know, did he? See the man that said, I'm just going for a walk? No, it was Hermie the elf and Yukon Cornelius. Now, if anybody got that, I'd be amazed. Suzanne says, no, that would be Parsnip Brown. Oh, right, yes, you're right. It would be. That was a reference back to Parson Brown, not eggnog. There's no parsnip in eggnog, as far as I'm aware. 19. What country has a tradition of filling children's clogs with candy and treats on December the 5th? I'm not sure if that's a misprint. Why December the 5th? Anyway, it's the Netherlands, as you would expect. Cloggies, as we call them. The cloggies. And they have this nasty habit of putting rock-hard candy in children's clogs. They shouldn't be wearing clogs anyway. It's very bad for your feet. Okay, 20. What figure from English folklore came to be associated with Santa Claus? Well, funnily enough, the answer was Father Christmas. I'm disappointed there. I thought it was a real person, but of course there couldn't be a real person. It has to be Father Christmas, of course. Make sure you tick yourself right if you got that one. And good for being a traditionalist as well. I'm proud of you. 21. What alcohol is used to spike our good friend eggnog? So many eggnog questions. Rum is the answer. You learn something every day. Robert Batson says parson was slang for Anglicans back in the 30s when it was written. Oh, well, thank you for that historical note, Robert. You get an extra mark in the next quiz, not this one. So you got credit. Okay, how long does it take? This is number 22. How long does it take for a tree to reach average, ideal, not just average, ideal Christmas tree height? Now this is an environmental question as much as anything, because shockingly, it's 15 years. So that little Christmas tree grows for 15 years, it reaches for the sky, reaches for the sun, it shelters from the snow, and then some horrible Norwegians turn up and cut it down. I mean, I'm almost in tears over that. 15 years of freedom, and then it's just chopped. Awful, terrible question. 23. Who played George Bailey in the Christmas classic It's a Wonderful Life? Well, it's Jimmy Stewart. Okay, you get impressions thrown in for nothing. Jimmy Stewart. 24. What do people traditionally put on top of a Christmas tree? And it's not Jason, although he thought it was. It's an angel. Robert, you're welcome. Right, thank you for being so polite. It's nice to have a polite person on the quiz. We don't get many of those. Cal says, hang on. Oh, hung on. Or is it? My eyesight's terrible. Was Jimmy Stewart just in the room? Yes, he was. Johnny. That's a terrible impression. I do apologise. Right, now, top of a Christmas tree was an angel. 25. What traditional Christmas decoration is actually a parasitic plant? How do we get the word parasitic into a Christmas quiz? It's shocking. And the answer is mistletoe. Mistletoe. You'll never see mistletoe in the same light again. When somebody asks you to kiss under the mistletoe, firstly I'll say no, because I'm socially distancing, as Nikki will attest to. Not because I tried to kiss her, but somebody else did. And got away with it before she could run off. And shocking. Won't say who it was. It was nobody in our charity. Right, so mistletoe. Somebody tries to get you under a mistletoe in the future. You say, I'm sorry, but I do not kiss under a parasitic plant. That's going to kill the atmosphere, isn't it? 26. In the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves? Did you know there was a Code of Elves? Right, and the first rule, as you would expect, is don't pay your taxes. No, it's not that. Sorry, I've misread that. It's treat every day like Christmas. which is actually pretty much the same thing. Sarah says, what if it's someone from my bubble who wants to kiss me? Well, yeah, that's a very difficult question, Sarah, and I'm not really in the business of agony aunting, so I won't answer that. I think it's probably okay, but not the parasitic bit. Make sure your mistletoe is not parasitic. That's the advice. Okay, Code of Elves, treat every day like Christmas. I'm going to have that tattooed or put on a t-shirt, I think. 27, who invented electric Christmas lights? Now, this is actually an obvious answer. I didn't think it would be that obvious, but it is. It was Thomas Edison, who pretty much invented everything, didn't he? Everything electric, lights and everything. So 1880 he did that. Okay, 28. What does Santa say at the end of A Visit from St. Nicholas's Book? And I have to do the Santa voice for this, which is I've been dreading. Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night. There we are. I will take bookings if you need a Santa Claus in your grotto, as long as your grotto hasn't collapsed. That was 28. 29. How many gifts in total were given in the 12 Days of Christmas song? Well, this is interesting, this one. You would expect it to be 365, but it isn't. It's 364. So obviously there's a day missing there somewhere. Maybe that is Christmas Day. 30. What well-known Christmas carol became the first song ever broadcast from space in 1965? It wasn't Moon River. That's not a Christmas carol anyway, is it? And we're going to get a load of planet gags now, I think. Santa Claus just in the room. Come on, that's very funny. A small step for man, giant step for mankind. And the carol was Jingle Bells. Thought it'd be something a bit more stentorian, a bit more prestigious than that. Jingle bells, jingle, I can't imagine them. 31. Which real-life person is Santa Claus based on? Obviously, the answer is Santa Claus. But these ne'er-do-wells, pathetic quiz creators are trying to persuade us that the Christian bishop, St. Nicholas, which obviously inspired the Beach Boys song. 32. What Christmas decoration was originally made from strands of silver? Now, this one is really easy, and you've probably got them draped over your Christmas tree right now, and if not, why not? Tinsel. We've got some tinsel on ours. Santa Claus making an appearance. He did say if he didn't get into the quiz at some point, I'd be in trouble and I wouldn't get any presents this year. So thanks, Santa. 33. 3 of Santa's reindeer names begin with the letter D. What are those names? Dancer, Dasher, and Donna. Now that's not Donna with an A on the end, by the way. That would be weird. But Donna, ER on the end. Okay, we've got some comments. Lewis Latimer was the refiner and true inventor of the filament light bulb. Robert, can you put your encyclopedia away, please, and don't go on Google? And you get a mark deducted for that, for being a show-off. Robert Batson, Julian Caddy, 1972 to 2035. Well, that's good news for Julian. You've got a few years to go. Not that many, though. 15 years. You look younger than that. Okay, where are we? Getting lost here. 34. What's the name of the main villain in The Nightmare Before Christmas? Okay, it's Oogie Boogie. Not Boogie Woogie, but Oogie Boogie. Not Ogie Bogey. Oogie Boogie. 35. I can't believe I'm doing this quiz. My credibility is shot forever now. 35. Which famous choreographer went uncredited on White Christmas? It was Bob Fosse. Not Bob Foss, by the way. Bob Fosse with 2 S's and an E. 36. The red and white costume of Santa. Costume. I can't believe that word is used. The red and white regalia, the red and white clothing, the red and white outfit of Santa was allegedly first introduced by which drink manufacturer? Well, it wasn't this one, so that's a bit of a giveaway. It was Coca-Cola. 37. What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving? Anyone get this? Jingle Bells. Obviously, written for Thanksgiving and for singing in spaceships, which is a good double use for a carol. I'm not sure if Jingle Bells is a carol, it's more of a Christmas ditty, really, isn't it? But yes, use in spaceships and for Thanksgiving. And, of course, Thanksgiving in spaceships, but not spaceships in Thanksgiving. 38. According to the folklore of Austria and other countries, what horned figure punishes naughty children at Christmas time? It's a terrible question. I have no idea how that snuck in. I'll sack the quiz creator. In fact, that is the CEO, I think. Krampus. That's a terrible answer as well. Krampus. With a K, by the way. Not that it matters. But Krampus. I'm going to use that over Christmas. And frighten any child I find. 39. What is the most recorded Christmas song of all time? It's not I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. That was the answer in the first half. It's Silent Night. I wouldn't call that a song. Now, you'd be quite right to query that one. Silent Night's not really a song, is it? It's a carol. Okay, 40. What Christmas-themed ballet premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1892? Now, my wife Natasha, who is actually from Russia, or Belarus, would have got this because we actually went to see it about 3 years ago in London. The Nutcracker, which inspired nutcrackers everywhere. So when you crack open a nut this Christmas, think about St. Petersburg. 41. What 3 words best describes the Grinch? You can have fun with this one. Stink, stank, and stunk. Probably a bit of Krampus as well. Maybe a bit of parasitic. But stink, stank, and stunk. It's a lovely quiz, this, isn't it? 42, sorry. In which direction should you stir mincemeat for good luck? Well, as we don't believe in good luck, we'll just say tradition. And it's clockwise, as you would expect. How could you stir your mincemeat anti-clockwise? The world would stop, clocks would start going backwards, and we'd regress into the Stone Age. I mean, it's just a shocking question again. Is that 3 marks for the rain? Yeah, well, yes, you can have 3 marks for the 3 reindeer names, because it might only be the 3 marks you get. Sarah Perryman, you offered, Roy. What did I offer? We're not going back to the quiz, the kiss under the mistletoe. Fundraiser, Nikki, I see you in a whole new light. Yeah, well, could do with a new light. This light's probably past its best. Love the Nutcracker. Well, I assume you mean the ballet, not the metal prongs that you prise nuts open with. Okay, 43. I'm stringing this out now. I know you're going to tell me to get on with it. 43. In order to get enough frames to make the entire Nightmare Before Christmas film, how many frames were needed? Now, I just have this vision of people counting them and getting very frustrated and asking the projectionist to reverse the film. No, I missed that frame. Go back. It's 110,000. That's 24 frames per second. Now, you knew that, didn't you? There's 24, 48, 44. Home Alone 2, that's 2, not 1, features a cameo from what president? You won't believe it. It is Donald Trump. Knew he had to get in somewhere in this quiz. It's going to be great. He's going to revert to television and the movies. It's his second or third or fourth career. 45, Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas this year. He's going to have a Christmas of what colour? And esteemed mayor would have probably left at this point because it's blue. 46, which popular holiday plant is known to be an aphrodisiac? And the answer, believe it or not, is mistletoe. That makes everything clear. So it can be parasitic, but because it's an aphrodisiac, that's why people kiss under the mistletoe. Oh, you're learning stuff tonight, aren't you? 47. Okay, what is myrrh? I think we shorten that to. I'll give you the entire question that Jason provided me with. The three wise men, or kings, were, in Christian tradition, distinguished foreigners who visited Jesus Christ after his birth, bearing gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. What is myrrh? I'm going to read you his answer because I want you to imagine me putting that question on the PowerPoint slide that you've got. Myrrh is a natural gum or resin extracted from a number of small thorny tree species of the genus Communifera. Myrrh resin has been used throughout history as a perfume, incense, and medicine. Myrrh mixed with wine was common across ancient cultures for general pleasure and as an analgesic. Now, you need to have got that answer perfectly, with every word in it on your piece of paper to get a point. So, I'm not going to read it again, but it's a 50-word answer, and I need every word. Sorry, there's some great answers there. Do we get points for being close with the frames question? Yes, Suzanne, because that'll bring you up to 5 probably. And then Alan Robins should be read. Yes, absolutely. I knew you'd respond to that one. And Cal said, I just wrote oil, half a point. Yes, I mean oil is actually a full point. We'll give you that. I was only joking about the 50-word answer. Well, I hope Jason was as well. But anyway, you now know what myrrh is, you know mistletoe, you know lots of stuff you didn't know at the beginning of this quiz. You know that you will probably never do a quiz like this again. So you've learned all sorts of useful things. 48. What's the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time? Not just time, but all time. So this goes back to the Paleolithic period when there was no cinemas, but it's still the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time. And it's Home Alone. Home Alone. Can you believe it? 49, we're nearly there. When gold was dropped down the chimney of the home of 3 poor sisters, it created what Christmas tradition? Easy, really. Stockings by the fireplace, the gold was dropped down to help the sisters fulfill their dowry. I have no idea who the sisters were, but it was the Andrews sisters or something, I don't know. That was a joke for the over 50s, by the way. And, talking of 50s, number 50, where was baby Jesus born? I mean, a sensible question at the end here. And of course, it was Bethlehem. Bethlehem. If you put Nazareth, shame on you. That's where he lived, but he was actually born in Bethlehem. Now, can you honestly and transparently toss up your answers and toss up your points? And then you can start putting, and this is honestly, you know, don't just make up a figure because you think it will make you sound more intelligent. To be honest, if you get a high score on this quiz, it's going to reduce your credibility, not enhance it. So putting an honest answer is probably the best bet. We do have really hard tiebreakers if you want to extend the torture longer. One of which was submitted by Mina, who I notice has not turned up, probably because she thought I was going to read out her question. Alan, I think you need to review her contract. And if Mina is here, but just keeping very quiet, I do apologise. and your contract may be extended. Richard says 21, obviously no film questions. I said, were? There were film questions. Am I mistaken? Am I going mad? Extend the torch. Thank you, Robert. Robert, you can come again. Right, we've got 200 tie-break. Only joking. Okay, Margarita, 26.5 for Jason and me. Well, that's good. 22.5 for Nigel Sajudeen. There's another off the fence hero. Okay, Robert Batson, 39? 39? That's more than me. You sure, Robert? You might have to take a lie detector before we give you that. Suzanne Old, 28. Well done, that's very respectable. Cal, this is the Stannard family here, 23? Oh dear. First class honours degree, 23 out of 50. Richard, sorry, no film answers. Oh, I see. Okay, I get where you're coming from on that. Robert Batson, I'm surprised too, Roy. Modest as well. Modest. Complimentary, modest. Turns up for a quiz. I mean, what more do you want from a contestant? Now, do you want to be a millionaire or whatever it's called? I think beckons for you, Robert. Or Mastermind or something. Or that silly new one with Michael McIntyre on a Saturday. I think you might do well on that. But here we are. Well, yeah, we are here. Sarah, checked and verified. You haven't given me the number, though. Oh, it was, Robert, sorry. Did you not do it yourself, Sarah, or were you assisting Robert from the side? Cal, I have brought great shame to the family. You have. But you'll still get your inheritance, but not for a long time, I hope. Right, now we must have some other answers here. Come on. Have we got any improvements on 39? Can't believe 39. Look at these questions. They're impossible, most of them. Are you sure you haven't been reviewing Christmas quizzes during the week, Robert? Oh, well done. They employ a better class of person at the Brighton Fringe. Brighton Fringe, by the way, do support it. And thank you for all those who did do the virtual Fringe in October. Hopefully everything will be back to normal, or at least a semblance of normal in May, and we'll have some fun then. We might even do a star-studded patron-embedded quiz during the festival. And I think Richard Lintott has got an interesting thought about a great gig with Bellowhead. We haven't actually organised it yet, but if you're a folk rock fan, Bellowhead and the lead singer, whose name temporarily escapes me, has agreed to do a special concert for the Mayor's Charities. We're also looking like doing a boundary walk around Brighton. I'd prefer to do a boundary walk around Hurstpit Point, I think. It's a bit smaller. Robert Batson is a Christmas guru. I've never seen that job description before. So you are Christmas guru at Brighton Fringe. That's a great job to have, I think, but only a short-lived one. John Bowden, thank you very much for that, Richard Lintott. John Bowden is the lead singer with Bellowhead, and he has agreed to do a special concert when we can find a venue. Any thoughts on venues, get in touch with Richard or me, roy.stannard@offthefence.org.uk. Bellowhead, love them. Oh, great, we've got a fan in the house already. Felicity, thank you. So we've got one ticket sold already, Richard. That's more than this quiz, anyway. Jason, thank you, Roy, on behalf of myself and that was my bear. Just crashed to the floor. Now, do you want the tiebreaker? I'm going to give you one tiebreaker. I mean, obviously, Robert has won, so well done. And you will be entitled to a large signed photograph of Alan. So Alan, if you're still there, can you get that organised for Robert? He will treasure it and put it on his bedroom wall. And the tiebreaker, which we don't need, but Mina did supply it. Which Italian Christmas celebration has been adopted by the Scandinavians? Tough, isn't it? Okay, I'm pretty sure. Has anybody got this at all? Robert. I think he's 4 exclamation marks. I think that's for the picture, not the question. Now, Alan, Mr. Mayor, please get a signed photograph ready for Robert, and send it to the Brighton Fringe office, and then they can have a game of darts. Thanks, Roy. Life-size photo coming up. Oh, well, didn't know you had any to hand. That's good. Please, can you repeat? Yes, of course. The tiebreaker, the toughest question on the sheet, from Mida Robertson from the Mayor's office. Which Italian Christmas celebration has been adopted by the Scandinavians? And I think this is a personal question from life experience. And the answer, because nobody will get this, I certainly wouldn't know. Lucia, on the 13th of December, serving lusa bulla, which is a saffron bun with raisins. Now, you needed to know that, didn't you? So I want you all to finish this quiz and go and have eggnog with lusa bulla, which is a saffron bun with raisins, and then don't sue anybody, because it's not my fault. Okay, Sarah, we love Mayor Alan. We would be delighted to have a life-size cutout of him. Well, there you are, Alan. You've got some fans. Carl says, well done, Dad. Great quiz. Well, thank you. I'll see you in about a week. Probably less, actually. Unless you go into tier 3 in the near future. Jason, I think all the charities should get a life-size photo. I agree. So Alan probably doesn't. Margarita, I got it. You got it right. I don't believe it. Are you Scandinavian or are you Italian? You must be one or the other. Or you're a, can't even remember the name of it. You're a Lusa Bulla fan, obviously, as opposed to Brighton Hove Albion. We celebrated it last Sunday. This is uncanny and slightly creepy. We need a life-size photo of you, Roy. There is no such thing. And anyway, it'd only be about 6 inches tall. So, yeah, I'll see what I can do. But thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you for the charities for taking part. It's not so much the money raised, it's more the fun and the fact that we've mentioned all the charities. Brighton Fringe, Together Co, Leo House, Sussex Heart Charity, shortly to become foundation when they grow up, and Off the Fence. Thank you. I won't go through what all the charities do because you want to get off. I need to go and get something to eat. And good friends of Scandinavians included. That's Margarita. Margarita sounds really interesting, Jason, so I want you to introduce me to her in the near future. Applause for Roy. Thank you so much. Robert, I love Robert Bates. He's such a polite man. You're going to win every quiz I host from now on. Nigel says, thank you, Roy, another polite man. And Suzanne, thanks, Roy, that was awesome. Well, I'm going to go that far. Fundraiser, Nikki, whoop whoop, thank you. That's probably not the way you say whoop whoop. And Sarah, Merry Christmas, Roy, and many thanks for hosting. Well, thank you for all turning up, especially you, Mr. Mayor. Well done, Roy, and well done to you, Mr. Mayor. I love the carol at the carol at the beginning. Everybody enjoyed that, didn't you? So say thank you to Alan. And Felicity, thank you. Margarita, thank you. Suzanne, thank you. And Nikki, thank you. And thank you all. We'll get together soon and do another one, but not that soon. Thank you. And I think it's time to go, because we are now half an hour over. No, we did say 8:30, didn't we? So that's all right. So we can use this slide now. Bye everyone. Happy Christmas. Have a great time and enjoy that eggnog.
Bye.